I'm Bob Trask, and this is our weekly reset, where we start each week with renewed optimism and purpose. Let's begin our meditation now. If you'll find yourself just comfortable in your chair, wherever you are, allow yourself to relax and breathe in, if you will, through your nose. And as you're breathing in through your nose, feel the blessings of the universe. Feel yourself relaxing and coming into the light. The light of the universe is flowing into you. You're breathing through your nose, and that breath is going into your lungs and converting into oxygen, which is being carried to each cell in your body. And each of those trillions of cells are awake and alive, and welcoming with great joy the oxygen molecules that you're bringing to them. Your whole body is alive with the mystery of the universe, the perfect flow of grace, of intelligent energy through your body, a blessing from the jungles and the forests and the great meadows and plains, a blessing from the sea grasses, all of them exhaling oxygen into you, and you become one with them. Fall now into the depths of that abyss of peace, that silent, quiet, safe place, so safe, so secure, always there. Peace, peace. And as you breathe still through your nose, should a thought come that disrupts you, simply say in your mind, no thought, and go back to your breathing. Breathing gently and letting yourself drift as you know that the current of grace, the great winds of grace of the universe are blowing through you, through your soul. And letting you know that you are loved. That the entire universe, in all of its mystery and all of its wisdom and intelligence, holds you in its heart and blesses you, and you are blessed. And you are safe now. You are safe and you are free. You are safe and free, loved, blessed, safe, and free. You are whole, perfect, and complete. And your body is completely well right now. Your spirit, the spirit of the universe, is moving through every cell of your body, relaxing, blessing, and healing. And healing. That blessed energy is moving through your body. The pure grace of the universe healing you now. Healing you. You're whole, perfect, and complete, exactly the way you are. You're blessed. You're safe. And you're free. And when you can, come back to us, and we'll begin our message today. And we're going to talk today about opportunity. And it sounds like not much, but the word opportunity is misunderstood by so many people. By so many people. It's just not seen by so many people. I'm not quite sure why that is. Unless it's because it's like the word love, or it's like the word God. The words are sort of vaporous. Opportunity is just a concept. But today I'm going to talk about opportunity in a new way. I'm going to talk about opportunity that's going to maybe change your life if you're open. Maybe change your life. What if one opportunity could change your life? And that one opportunity, when will it come? Maybe it already has and you just know it. Today, I'm going to show you how blessed you are and how this universe is holding you in its heart and giving you every day exactly what you need and exactly what you want to fulfill your life. Most of us are constantly missing golden opportunities because we just don't see them. And sometimes it's because we already have a concept in our mind about what that opportunity is. Like we know what we want to do or be or have. And so we say, I'm looking for an opportunity and it'll look like this. It'll look like money, or it'll look like somebody calling me, but if you're focused on that's the only opportunity that you can see, then perhaps you're missing opportunities that are more valuable. If you were going to go to 3165 Smith Street and you used your GPS to get there, but in your mind you say, I know how to get there, but I'll let the GPS run. And the voice comes and says, turn left at the next street. And you're going, what? Turn left at the next street? I already know how to get there. That's wrong. And you keep driving, and then you come to a blockade, a traffic block, or there's a fire engine or something, and you can't go forward. Then you say, gee, maybe I should have listened to that. That's an opportunity. And those opportunities are being presented by the automatic pilot, by the GPS of Holy Spirit, of Great Spirit, of the universe. All the time we're getting those messages. And most of the time we don't see them. But you have to have a vision, don't you? You do have to know where you want to go. Because an opportunity is relative to what I want and what I want to be or to do or to have. So when you have a true vision of what you want to be or do or have, the universe automatically provides opportunities for you to reach that vision. Because that's the way nature flows. An apple tree doesn't say, gee, I wonder what I'll do today. It just surrenders to nature and it happens. They'll always say, well, but that's an apple tree, and apple trees are dumb. Apple trees aren't dumb. They're part of the consciousness of the universe, but they're flowing with that as the fish in the sea and the animals in the fields and the birds of the air are flowing with that. They're trusting that. The great red-tailed hawk floating over the meadow, looking down. Did you ever see a red-tailed hawk in a hurry? They're just hanging out on the wind. and they're hanging out on the wind, and they're looking down and they're going, well, I wonder what I'll get today. And they have to feed their kids back in the nest half of their weight in protein every day, fresh, no Safeways, no insurance policies. Just get up and go out and hang on the wind and let nature provide for you. And nature provides for us those opportunities, because the universe is not made up of matter. And the stuff that you're looking at around you right now is 99.99999999999% space, empty space, or space filled with grace. And that energetic intelligence that is space is in you and around you, and it's moving you. And should you decide to join it, it will always be at your service. But we have brains, don't we? And we rely on our brains. We rely on our brains to teach us, to guide us. But the brains, as fantastic as they are, and boy, I could talk a long time about how fantastic your brain is. And they are fantastic, but they're our servants, not our masters. They can't feel. They can't imagine. They can't love. They can't feel pathos. They can't feel that. But you can feel that. And the you inside of your body, that's who I'm talking to, not your brain. So today, I'm asking you to trust the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of Holy Spirit, to trust nature, to trust that you are a perfect child of this universe, and that if you'll allow nature to present opportunities to you, you'll find miracles opening before you. You will. Richard Branson said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, just be sure that you don't think you can do, just accept the opportunity and say yes, and go do it. You may have to learn on the job, but just go do it. But without a dedicated vision, there are no opportunities. So Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss. And that bliss is within each of us all the time. It's not outside, it's in us. And it's our North Star. It's our guiding light. And when we dare follow its guidance, we're always shown the path, and we're always presented opportunities to be more, to do more, to have more, to have everything that you can dream of. Napoleon Hill, who probably guided more people from poverty to riches than anyone on the planet ever, said, your big opportunity may be right where you are now. Well, let me just stop for a minute and ask, if that's true, can you see it? If that big opportunity is there right now, can you see it? And do you have the courage to follow it? Do you have the courage to say, yes, I'll take that opportunity? Or do you dare not have a vision? Because some of us don't dare have a vision, because if we have a vision, it'll pull us out of the swamp that we're in, that's our identity, and all the stuff that's going on in our lives. Dare we be pulled out of that by a vision into a new sense of being, a new sense of doing, a new sense of having? Because if we dare be pulled out of that, then opportunity will arrive. But we'll not find opportunity when we stay stuck. So you must be willing to have a vision. How big does a vision have to be? Does it have to be my life vision? What will I do in my life? Or it could be no. It could be 1 year from now, could be a month from now, a week from now, could be what you'll do sometime today. But the vision's got to be beyond you. It will take a miracle, you say. Yes, that's a vision. It'll take a miracle. Walt Disney said, working miracles is so much fun. And someone else, I can't remember, said, working miracles is, I wish I could have just almost had his name. Working miracles is so much fun because there's no competition. Nobody else is out there doing it. So step one is finding that pressure opportunity you've been waiting for by getting a clear vision. Step two is by having fun. We don't accomplish anything worthwhile when we're not having fun. And if you accomplish it and it's not fun, then the unfun is caught up inside of it. For instance, if you bake a cake, but you're unhappy and you're not having fun and you have to do it and you're not enjoying it, all of that's going to be in the cake. Hello. Don't do that. Have fun. Be laughing and smiling and singing while you're making that cake so that when somebody puts that bite in their mouth, it sings to them. See, life's a game. It's one we should be playing, not working. That's what games are for, playing. So you might say to me, hey, I don't have time for games. I have a heavy life. I've got a lot of burdens. I've got obligations. I've got stuff I got to do. Well, I'm just saying to you that Mother Nature is a lot bigger and more powerful and more intelligent than any of our worries, any of our fears. More powerful. Can you trust that? Can you just back away for a moment from all that stuff and see things through the eyes of nature? If so, you're going to change your life. But see, we're afraid of change. We resist change. And you can't change unless you, number one, have a vision that's so exciting, so powerful, that it seems like it's better than the place you are. You have to be willing to get that vision. It's not hard. It just takes the courage to say, okay, I will do that. I will do that. My dear friend Jim Moore came to this point, and he was down on the beach, standing with his arms spread wide, looking out and just saying, I'm ready. I'm ready. You have to be ready. If you're ready to change, if you're ready to make your life change, then you get the vision and you open yourself to opportunities. If you can stand back and trust that powerful wisdom within you and know that it's the same powerful wisdom as the universe, then you'll begin to see opportunities, ones that'll change your life. And then you'll plan and strategize, and all the while wondering if it'll work, but you'll get out of the way, and then opportunities will arrive because all your plans and stuff are just plans and stuff. But opportunities will lead us. Robert Burns said, the best laid plans of mice and men oft go astray. Now, what is it that keeps us from setting a vision? What is it that keeps us from seeing our opportunities? Just one thing, my dear friend, just one. Self-doubt. Self-doubt. So will you just check and see if your willpower is stronger or weaker than your self-doubt? Which is stronger? Your willpower or your self-doubt? Because self-doubt is the beginning of the end of freedom for us. It forms a curtain between us and our vision, a curtain between us and our bliss path. We simply cannot see opportunities through self-doubt. And our self-doubt, when our self-doubt flags and we begin to look at problems less and more at opportunities, then life changes. Self-doubt makes pessimists of it, doesn't it? Makes pessimists of us. And we know that pessimists simply do not win at the game of life, not ever. Winston Churchill said, pessimists see difficulty in every opportunity. Optimists see opportunity in every difficulty. You are a good and worthy person. There's nothing wrong with you. You are a perfect child of this universe. That's not something you need to work on. That's not something you need to develop. It's who you are now. Maybe it's been hiding under your self-limiting ego. If that's time, if that's true, isn't it time to come out now? Now let's imagine something. Let's imagine that you could take a little pill each day, and that little pill would increase your self-trust, diminish your self-doubt. That little pill would give you more confidence. Not a lot, just a little bit. Each day you took that pill, it just give you a little bit more. Now let's say that you took that pill for 1 year. It's 365 days. Imagine 365 layers of self-trust, self-love, self-confidence. Imagine how you'd be seeing opportunities. Imagine how your life would change. 1 year from now, you would be so different. But the question simply is, would you take the pill? Would you? And the answer to that's not so easy, because once again, we're back at looking at our self-identity. I have to be willing to reach beyond who I am. I have to be willing to become a new person. I have to actually be willing to step outside of my identity and become a new identity. And it takes courage to do that. It takes courage to fight the ego. It takes courage to overcome all that. Courage is the greatest of all virtues, Samuel Johnson said. The greatest of all virtues, because if you haven't courage, you may not have an opportunity to use any of the other virtues. Now, how do I know the pill I talked about works? I know it works because I've been taking that pill for many, many years, and it's changed my life, and it changes my life still. It's a simple affirmation to be said with meaning every day for up to 100 times or maybe even more. And here's the pill. Here's the affirmation. Get your pencil. Get your pencil. Get ready to write this down. I am letting my happiness guide me today. See what that means? I'm not letting myself doubt. I'm not letting my fears. I'm letting my happiness guide me today. I'm letting my happiness guide me today. If you follow this prescription, you'll see opportunities you didn't know existed, opportunities everywhere. That's the way the game of life is structured, and that's the way we were supposed to play it. So I'm asking you then to consider taking a risk. I'm asking you to consider that you came here onto this planet for a divine purpose. And your ego, God bless your ego because it keeps you sane, but your ego also keeps you from fulfilling your divine purpose because it doesn't want you to change. So your ego's holding you in this identity you have of you. If I said to you, I want you to take a piece of paper and write down everything you are. I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm so old, I'm American, I'm whatever. I just keep writing down the I ams, all the things you are. If you were to, if I gave you, put you in a cell and let you just sit quietly and do that and do nothing else and think on that, you'd fill a huge piece of paper, because everything you've ever experienced in your life is part of your identity. All those memories, all of those are part of who you are. Everything that you can remember, it identifies you. And so if I ask you to step outside of your ego, outside of that, and become somebody else, it's really asking you to have a lot of courage, and it's asking you to take a giant risk. But if you can just say, I'm letting my happiness guide you today, and let it guide you into a greater self than you've known. To brush your teeth with your left hand, start brushing them with your right hand. Which of your teeth do you brush first? Brush a different tooth. Try eating with the opposite hand. When you chew, do you chew on one side of your mouth? Start chewing on the other side of your mouth. Dare to be different. And in that difference comes opportunity. Incredible opportunities. So your homework this week, your homework is to say aloud at least 100 times a day, I am letting my happiness guide me. I'm letting my happiness guide me. When I come up against an obstacle, I'm letting my happiness guide me. When I come up against a problem, I'm letting my happiness guide me. If I go out for coffee, I'm letting my happiness guide me. If I see somebody somewhere, I'm letting my happiness guide me. Guess what will happen if you let your happiness guide you? You're going to give them a big smile and say, hi, how are you doing today? You won't not notice them as you would normally. I'm letting my happiness guide me today. And I can tell you this, for this next week, I'm letting my happiness guide me each day. Let's do this every day. It's so easy. It just takes so little time. I promise you, do that for a year and your life will have transformed incredibly into joy. Into joy. I really love being with you. I thank you for joining me today and this weekly reset. It's always my honor spending time with you. If you enjoyed Sunday's message, would you please make a donation to help us keep these weekly resets going? You'll find the donate button on the website at bobtrask.com in the upper right-hand corner.